Have you got, or are you considering buying the absolute biggest boat you can fit in your marina? Are you all super excited about it, but then common sense started to prevail? Did you consider how useful are my mates going to be? Who's going to wash the damn thing? And can I park it at the boat? So if at the marina, not at the boat, you know what I'm trying to say. So if those are genuine concerns of yours, I think we might have a solution. So, ladies and gents, the solution could just be the Boston Whaler Conquest. This is the 405, and this is going to be the very detailed tool. We're running triple V12 600 horsepower. So you may have seen these with quad rigs in the past, but I personally believe 95% of you are going to prefer this engine setup. So my name's Dan Jones, welcome to Dan's Boat Life, and welcome to beautiful winter in sunny Queensland. It's a really, really nice time of year to be up here. And if you are wanting to compare, or if you're in, say, your research phase of your boat search, the next video might be useful for you, so keep watching to the end, and that's where we're going to do a test drive. We are going to be taking out the ocean and running it through her whole pace, or a whole different variation of scenarios to show you. And then if you are about to press the button on a purchase, Patreon is the place to look at the deep dive and the extra content that we're making for you guys, and that's where you can have a chat to me, ask me some questions, but all of you seem to want to compare one boat against another these days, and I'm happy to do that over on the Patreon. So, big boat, a lot going on here, so settle in. This is going to be a longish video because there's so many features, and I really do believe if you have already had a much larger boat, or if you do still have your large boat and you want something to support it, this could be of quite genuine interest to you. For those of you who are not familiar with the Boston Whaler brand, they are known for their unsinkability. There's no such thing as a boat that doesn't sink, but you can get pretty damn close with the Boston Whaler because the way these hulls have been constructed, they're a two-part construction filled with foam. It's like a special process where they inject at very high pressure a closed cell foam, and there's footage of Boston Whalers in the past literally cut in half with a motor on the back, and they're still floating, being driven around. So that's a bit of a safety thing. If you want a boat to do some real exploration, adventure type boating in, well, you know you're going to be safe because the thing ain't ever going to be going down on you if you're on a Boston. So, up here on the sun lounge, this area can be protected. As you can see, the press studs go around here with a cover, but we have this lovely soft leather lounge, and these backrests are adjustable. You do want to lay them down before you go driving because you'll lose your visibility, but they're super comfy. And there's another cushion that pops in over the top there. So this whole area, including the middle here, can turn into a sun lounge. You've got your drink holders, you got your grab handle just there. You've got multiple phone charging points on both sides. You've got your speakers. So it's the full-on social setup up here. A huge amount of space, equal amount of space on port and starboard to make your way down to the cockpit. But we'll just check out the bow. We got the pop-up cleats just here. On all the Boston Whalers, you're going to see gel coat on the outside, but you're also going to see it on the inside. So you don't see any unfinished fiberglass as you make your way around these boats. And so that's just going to be one of the things that we're going to see everywhere on a Boston. But you can operate the anchor from here. You've got your freshwater flush. You've even got a convenient light for night operations. We have 100 meters of gal chain, single bow roller, quick windlass, stainless steel anchor onto the gal chain. And this could actually be opened. It looks like you can pull this pin out here if you wanted to open that. So if you were in a region where you needed some bow access, that's going to be possible. This is your safety, so that's adjustable, and you just attach it to the cleat here. Nice and simple, no nonsense just there. This particular boat has been fitted with the roof racks. So if you've got your stand-up paddle boards or your water toys, they can go up on the roof and be secured up there. You can see we've got the Simrad radar, spotlight, horn, GPS, we've got VHF and navigation lights, and we've also got the omnidirectional TV antenna aft. These windscreen wipers have got the built-in freshwater wash, and we obviously operate them from the dash, and we'll have a look at that in a second. I think let's go down the sunny side and pay attention to the midships cleat, but I also want you to, what looks like a window, but wait till we get inside, it's actually, basically you could use this as helm doors on both port and starboard. So they're so big and it's so convenient to get in and out. Actually, stay there. I'm going to open it and I'm going to come out, but just to show you, it's that good. Okay, there we go. So that's what I'm talking about. It's, you step straight in, there's a handle, it's all wrapped in aluminium framing, and then you've got this toughened glass, and you've got your grab handle here and here. So yes, you can always come around from the aft deck, but if you need to go forward, I would suggest just do it from here. And there's a super handy feature, which we'll get to in a second, which allows you to operate this boat as a solo operator if you know what you're doing. So this is the port side fill up for the port tank. We have 2 fuel tanks on this boat, so we're going to have a starboard fill up as well. Then you come down these stairs, they've got courtesy lights, and we better go through this cockpit because there's so much going on. This one, I think they call this the summer kitchen. Is that right, Jock? The summer kitchen. So it comes standard with your standard Boston Whaler fold down seating, but this one, I think it's going to be quite appealing to a lot of the Aussies watching. If you don't choose this option, you have the Barbie over there in the traditional position up on starboard, but we've got this Kenyan Barbie just there. You've got a little sink just here. This is all heavy Corian. Got some drink holders. You've got a fridge, drawer fridge just in here. There's a lot of refrigeration on this boat. It's just going to be everywhere we go. We've got 3 drawers just there. We've got a big bin just in here for multiple uses. Probably be good for all your empties. That's your coolant for the Jenny just in there, so it's easy to get to. We've actually got a live bait tank, boom, boom, just here, port aft. And then you can see your kill box. Is that the right word? What do you call them, kill boxes or?
Fish boxes.
Fish box, yeah. Okay. So this actually has, it's fully insulated. It can be used as an esky. See how it goes forward as well, so there's more space. It's actually macerated. So if there's all sorts of blood and guts in here, well, when you press the pump to evacuate everything overboard, it will macerate it and get it out of the box for you. So that's kind of handy. So on the port side, we've got a door, a dive door, and the dive ladder stows just under there and can be deployed from here, but they've got a handle. It's kind of clever, isn't it? So that's how you can pull yourself up and out of the water with ease. That's our cleat for securing the boat. So you're going to send your line through here and down to that cleat. Drink holder, rod holder. There's rod holders everywhere on this vessel, so you will note that. Now, are these self-draining?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that is self-draining. Good, good, good. Fresh water, raw water, just here. This is your live well operation just here, and this is for a weight for divers. Is that right, Jock?
It's an outrigger dive weight or a downrigger dive weight.
All right.
So, bit of a homage back to the old days.
Well, anyone who knows more about that than me, feel free to jump in the comments and educate me. That's what I love about this community. Like, I'm no offshore fisherman. I'm just learning how to spearfish off my mate's boat in Key West. Loving it, by the way. And oh my God, I'd love to do it on back of something like this. But yeah, I'm very, very knowledgeable on how boats drive and how hulls respond. I don't claim to be the world's best fisherman, but you guys, a lot of you watching are. And so we can just jump in the comments and educate one another. Now, this is cool. A lot of really sensible space utilization on this boat. Okay, so that folds up, timber step. This is nice and comfortable, as you can see. The views out are really, really pleasurable. I've got protection from the sun, and we can increase that with a shore shade electrically deployable from up ahead. But I'm actually sitting on the esky. So when the esky's full, that's how you get your drinks. You've even got this top access for drinks that you're going to be using readily so they don't fall to the bottom, and see how that panel doesn't fall down and hit you. But you can actually load the esky just by doing that, see? So it's a great big esky, and you can option this to be chilled with a chill plate in here if you need, but there's quite a lot of refrigeration on this thing, so you'll need to be the judge of that. Underneath here, a lot of things are going on. So we actually have two beautiful, highly polished tables, which slot in here and here. Then on the center line, we have the Seakeeper gyro. We've also got the genset, and we have all the through hole fittings in the one place. Come out to the transom and let's have a look. So we are running what I believe probably the best engine setup for this particular hull. These 600s are not only do they look great, I think the styling with the big engines on a big boat, it's quite handsome, but the torque and the size of the prop and the pickup, they're not working very hard. So you can run around at 3,700 revs with these motors with a really, really good speed return and a nice fuel flow, and the noise levels are really low, like much lower than many boats you're going to be used to. If you've had a big shaft drive, it's going to be a much noisier experience down this part of the boat when you're running at a similar speed. If you had an IPS, a lot of them are quite quiet, so it may be some similar vibes to what you're already used to. But you've got rod holders all the way across the back here. We've got more cleats for securing the boat. You've got some propeller warning lights just here. You've got your freshwater flush here and here for the motors, which is then activated using this button just here. And then you've got two shore power plug-ins. One of them is a TV aerial for Americans. I don't think we really do that in Australia so much. We have a deployable 4-step telescopic swim ladder on starboard aft, and that's the diesel in for the Jenny fuel tank, because that's run off diesel. It's a Fisher Panda, and you can see it, the exhaust exiting on the starboard side. So we've got some little bit of storage here, same again on starboard as we saw on port. And then let's focus on this prep area. So this is where you would have the barbie if you didn't go for the summer kitchen, but you can utilize this space with the Corian. And if you don't want to, you just do this. That just goes down, and then that goes up. How good's this? And for short blokes like me, they catered for me. Thank you very much. And I got a step. So, how good's that? Really, really nice, high quality leather, a different texture. You got leather around here and a different texture on the middle. So for the high traffic areas, I think that makes more sense. And this is the first Boston I've brought to the channel, but I've sold Boston whalers in my previous days as a boat broker for 20 years. And these boats hold up really well to the elements. In this country, we have a much stronger sun than what you encounter in Europe and America. And a Boston, after 10 years in the sun, always looks better than many other brands. And they survey very well. I've done hundreds of surveys of used boats over the years, and you don't often find too many issues on a 10-year-old Boston, whereas you cannot say the same for many of the other brands out there. So that's just a little something to note. So I guess this is where they would put the cooker, but now it's just convenient storage with a divider. That's nicely done with the Corian. And then we've got two drawers of equal size here and here. Now there is the, I think, what's it called? Isinglass? Do they call it isinglass? So it's basically like a plastic see-through. It's like glass. It stows straight up here in a convenient location, but you put it in with bolt ropes into this metal track just here. So you pull them down and then slide one in, and then you probably have a middle one for a door. But it's nice that they have a storage location so you can keep them flat and then stow them as soon as you want to get them out of the way. So in the colder times of the year, you may actually want to keep that glass closed, or even in the hotter times, because this area is air conditioned. So we've got a couple of beautiful timber wrapped drink holders on either side. We've got down lights, but we also have these red light, they go red or blue for nighttime. You've got the JL audio just here. You can have outriggers on this boat. That is an option, obviously, having a bit of a fishing focus. But let's come in here and have a look at the galley. So we actually have an ice maker just in there. That's a Verifrigo. We have another fridge. Isn't it nice how that they've faced it in the Corian? That's all Corian, and this timber is beautiful. I love how the grain has been matched, and that's all the high gloss. Kind of pops quite nicely. And I like how they've kept these timber highlights in an area of the boat that's not exposed to the weather. So we're inside just here. We haven't got the timber on the outside, which just means more maintenance and drama for you. We've got it in here where it looks cool, but you don't have to sort of maintain it too much. So we've got more red and blue here. We've got a downlight above the galley. You can option this with an electric cooker. Is it a, what do you call them, those ones?
Induction.
Induction.
Yeah,
it's
an
induction. Okay, cool. So off the Jenny, induction. Awesome. So let's make our way around. JL Audio subwoofer just here. That's a 240 plug just there. And I think we should focus our attention on the helm. Now there's obviously a sea trial for you to get an understanding of the performance, but the ergonomics, it's probably typical American. Very comfortable and designed for people of all sizes. Like, I'm 5'7", I'm just touching the roof here, and the roof raises here. I actually can't touch the roof. So if you're quite a tall person, or if you're a beamy bloke, you're going to be perfectly fine at this helm. So this seat goes forward and back electrically. We've got the flip-up bolster. It's really, really high quality. Look at the stainless steel back there. That's an expensive seat, but it's comfortable. You've got good visibility, and they've catered to people of all sizes. So you've got this footrest, and when the seat is all the way forward, I was actually using this one because I've got short legs, and that was comfortable for me. So if you're doing a long trip, you could just be cruising along in comfort. And you've got the typical Boston Whaler wheel. I do actually enjoy having these steering knobs here if you want to do some quick maneuvering. But we do have, because it's the V12s, we do have the joystick maneuvering. So let me just point out what's going on down here. We've got seat control, horn, defrost. We've got the vent operation, and then we've got the wiper wash and operation. 3 speeds on the wiper. And this door here on starboard is the same that I opened before on port. So it just has one of these handles. You got to force them in, they're quite strong. So you know when it's locked or it's open. That's our skyhook and joystick operation, which we demo in the next video. Digital throttle system. This is the new Mercury throttle. You can do single lever, and it's quite comfortable in the ocean to operate it like that. And then you've got your Simrad VHF down there. I've actually got some stowage or some storage underneath. You've got your Fireboy, your safety, your Lenco trim tabs up here forward of the throttles. We've got twin big flat screens. Wait till you see the next one, because this is really awesome. This is spotlight control, the drink holders, but you can actually put a wine, not that you would wine and drive, but maybe you would. Depends what country you're in. I don't think we're allowed to do that here, but maybe somewhere else. But if you have a Yeti cooler, you can also put that in there for your coffee. We've got some sensible buttons here as well. So windlass operation, horn, this is our air conditioning, navigation lights, bilge pumps, and that's your high water alarms just there. I like having that on dedicated buttons. I don't want to have to go into the touch screen to operate all that. However, this has got the 405 Conquest digital display, and you can see we can operate all the different lights, all the digital switching can be done from in here. So yes, it's possible, but the things that you need to get to readily are there to be used. This wheel, it's also adjustable, just FYI. Super, super nice, but it continues. And the surprise, I'm going to show you the surprise. This was cool. So when Jock was coming in to pick me up from the dock this morning, I had already inspected this boat, obviously, and I've done a little bit of homework on it, but the helm's on the starboard side. And I saw him slide over to the port side and go for a pickup because obviously the dive door is on the port side, so it was going to be more convenient to pick me up. What I didn't realise he did, and I didn't notice at the boat show, how freaking cool is that? Because look, just look out this window, look at your visibility. Let's get the camera out here and look back, see what you see. You can see everything. And because this is like a big door, so you can do this, you can do that, or you could even hold on to that handle and you could operate it like this if you needed to. So it's just giving you lots and lots of options, which I like. Another little glove box in here, another one of those Yeti drink holders, got this normal drink holder, and how big is this screen? Jock, it's massive.
24 inches.
24 inches. I don't think my TV's that big. So that's awesome. Air conditioning. We've got two phone chargers which hold your phone. You do need that if you're going into a seaway. But then we've got extra charging of the different USB and traditional sockets just there. Speakers, same again on the other side. And these were the electric vents which suck a bit of air in, and they are useful, so you can operate them up and down electrically with this worm drive. They are useful because you're unlikely to get any water spray out that top part of the windscreen, so you can still have some ventilation. The other thing that's worth pointing out is this is actually reflective. So from my position, I can see the motors. So just another one of those little design elements that makes your life a little bit easier. You don't always have to throw your head around because you can just glance up there and you've got a sight line to the transom. Simrad control, down lights, grab handles, and opening hatches just here. But guys, it continues. There's so much going on. And this area here might be why I believe some of you who are considering swapping your big boat dreams for something like this. When I say big boats, I'm saying 60, 70 feet. This is lovely. We've got a lot of options to play with. So you saw the seats going aft. Now we've got this dinette area here. Remember, we have two tables out there. So with director's chairs, you can accommodate more people underneath the shore shade. So that's all doable. But this whole operation has got a secret to it. This table will actually go down electrically operated with these buttons just here. Then this seat slides forward and this seat hinges aft. So it turns into another sleeping sun lounge hangout zone. You've got drink holders over there on the side, grab handles. It's just going to be a really nice place to hang out, possibly even on a bit of a winter's day, and just enjoy the view but stay comfortable. We're not done yet. I've still got more to show you. So this hatch here pops up and we've got access to our technical space. So that's the dive ladder just there. You actually go down onto some teak. I'll just pop down. I might even grab the camera and take you with me because we've got stowage on top of the hot water tank. We've got some batteries. I'll grab that camera. That's your vacuum flush for the toilet. This is your fresh water tank. And what I really love here, look at all of the fresh water plumbing, how it's been marked. So it literally just comes out of the freshwater tank there, goes to the pump just there, and then from the pump, boom, 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 boom. That's a bit no nonsense, isn't it? It's kind of easy to work out. You've got some DC breakers just there, and then on both port and starboard, you can just see the metal there, but you can also see this one a bit more. That looks like the fuel tankage to me, considering the location of where we saw the fuel input. Alrighty, so I think it's time to go and check out the accommodation. Okay, come on downstairs, down the timber steps. That door doesn't have a stopper, so just make sure you close it if you're in a seaway. But come on down, we've got an immense amount of space. You're really going to be comfortable with 2 adult couples if you wish. Boys trip no problems, but you and the missus, you're probably going to be happy in here because we have an electric lift up backrest that's built into the mattress. That's electric. I think the button's on your side, Jock. And then this can actually lower down for sleeping mode. And if you want to read here, it's really, really well catered for that. We have storage underneath this bed. We've got storage here. We've got storage there. We've got an escape hatch and ventilation there. But we have that black strip at the bed head is an air conditioning outlet. And it's quite a nice, I hope this comes up on the camera. We've got matte finish for the timber, this beautiful textured material here. And then we've got high gloss and high gloss just here. So it's kind of a nice complementary mixture of materials, which creates quite a pleasant space, which isn't too over the top. We have the air conditioning, speaker, just a tiny little TV just here. That's not much bigger than an iPad really. And you can hang some wet weather gear and some jackets. You've got a bit of storage underneath here. It's timber lined and it's got the light when you open it. I'll just show you, you've actually got some charging points just here, light operation, same again on the other side. And this was the storage. And just have a look in here. They've even thought about any kids locking themselves in here by accident. There's an emergency release. Just little details. And I told you we're going to see lots of gel coat. Look how it's finished everywhere. It's really good quality, the way they've done this. It's just, I guess it's just what you expect on a Boston. So we've got a door here. It's kind of cool how they've done this offset timber. It's kind of a bit of a funky design feature. So that's day head access, but I want you to come through this door because it's also your private access to the master. So that's the door I just showed you. This is a toughened glass, I think. Maybe it's Perspex, I'm not too sure. So this is your shower screen. You've got your vacuum flush toilet, lights, that's going to be toilet operation, 240 volt. You've actually got a bin in here and then a nice little sink here. You can stow your toilet rolls and other cleaning gear, and you've got more stowage up here. And the shower, it actually has one of these. Let me just grab that and show you. It's actually got one of these things, and then you probably put your shampoos and your soaps in there. You've got a nice little teak step there. I've got blue lighting on there, that's why that looks like that. That's a towel drying rack, but then you've got a proper rain head shower there, and that's the AC outlet. So this whole area is comfortable, and the glass here is frosted. And as you can see, you've got a full stand-up mirror in the door. I'll just pass that camera back to you, Jock. So you're going to be pretty happy with the facilities on this thing. I just want to show you this door. This is a super cool, a clever design feature. So look, this is the floor, but then the hole goes up like that. So if you were to have a pocket door that went all the way along the floor, you'd actually have to have a beamier boat. So what they have done, you just press that, you have that little handle there. Look at this. Look at this. How clever is that? So it just, as you close the door, this thing just hinges here. Now I'll open it. Do-do-do-do-do. What a clever solution. How cool is that? And there's some sort of foam in here because we have bashed through waves for a couple of hours already, and it doesn't rattle in a seaway, so that's good. Decent amount of storage underneath the floor here. This is all, seems like solid timber. Beautiful high gloss little table here. That's on a up-down mount. You've got your TV and your speakers, your JL audio, more charging. Very, very comfortable leather. This feels like real leather. This doesn't feel like leatherette. I'm not too sure. Am I right? It's leatherette. Well, it feels pretty good. You've got blue lighting along here. Lots and lots of storage. Doo-doo. So that's 1, 2, 3. And that's your another Seakeeper just there. So we do it up at the dash, but we can control it from down here. That is our air conditioning just there. That's probably the table operation button just there. And then we get into our neat little galley. Obviously we've got the summer kitchen. You're probably going to do most of your cooking from up there, but you have the option to do some prep down here. We've got a stainless sink. This is all on Corian. We've got a neat little cutlery drawer, and it does actually come with all the glassware and the cutlery. Obviously this is just a brand spanking new boat, so it hasn't been taken out of its wrapping. But storage here, I think I saw a microwave just under here. That's a single cooker for the Kenyan. We have another fridge with a little freezer drawer just there. We've got a bin in here. So everything you need. And we also have another freezer hidden away underneath this seat. Check that out. So that's an isotherm top loading freezer. So that's good when you open it. The coolness is going to stay low. That's useful as well for safety. And then this is where you start your day. So you're going to have your all of your engine batteries just here. Then you've got your house battery and your generator battery. So all of these need to go on. Then you're going to have your master ignitions and your key on. With all of that activated, you can then go to the helm and fire up the motor. And as you can see, you've got 230 volt or 240 volt and 12 volt on this side, all marked in English. And then we've got ship to shore transfers just there, so it's all pretty logical. Boom, 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 boom. I'll just quickly show you underneath here. What are these again?
So they're just RCA breakers.
Oh, breakers. Okay, there you go. Learn something every time. Now, come in here. Oh, the mattresses are pretty comfortable. So we've got air conditioning. You could sit up in this bed. I have a nice textured finish at the bed head, and then you've got a decent amount of storage here. So this will actually open up, but then you've also got some 240, 12 volt, a nice little area to put things so they won't fall away, and a great little storage cupboard in here. And as you can see, a lot of the glassware bits and pieces are in there, still in their wrappers, because everything's brand spanking new. And these curtains will pull across. So you have privacy curtains here underneath the steps and just here to give yourself some privacy of an evening. But there's actually a button, and we can electrically lift up this seat, this mattress for more storage. So there's 2 drawers and a very deep storage area underneath here. So if you had to fly to your boat, so if you kept the boat at Hamilton Island, for example, and you're flying in from Sydney, Melbourne or the Gold Coast, you're going to have luggage. Obviously, you're going to need to put that luggage somewhere, and I would suggest underneath here is a good place. If you have some soft bags or carry-on luggage, they're going to go quite well here. Under the floor there, you can put all your bits and pieces out ready for your trip, and everything's manageable, put it that way. So that's very interesting. Let's head back up on deck. So that's the boat, ladies and gents. What do you reckon? As I said, if you're in your research phase and you want to see how this boat performs compared to whatever else you are looking at, that's the next video. We're doing that right now. So click on the link, that'll come up on the screen any minute. And if you are about to push the button on a purchase, then the next video after that, which is going to be over on my Patreon channel, is going to be the video for you. And that's where you can also talk to me in the top tier of the Patreon. And I'm happy to answer your questions if you want to compare this boat with another boat. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your mates. Really appreciate all your help, because it's you guys giving me the support that you are, which is what enables me to get on board all these awesome boats and hopefully help you with your boat life. Thanks, guys.